do it now. I told you, do it now.
Let's go.
You wanna hate me, then hate me. What can I do but keep getting money? Funny, I was just like you. I had to hustle hard, never give up until I made it. Now y'all saying that's a clever, nothing to play with. You can hate me now.
I won't stop.
But I won't stop now.
And the players going through their game preparation, making sure they're fully warmed up for the tip. It's a Western Conference matchup as the Portland Trailblazers come into town in this game. Sit back and enjoy this presentation of NBA basketball on 2K Sports fans. Hi, this is Kevin Harlan alongside Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke. And now a quick check of our starting lineups for both teams. And guys, checking out Pekovic here. What can we expect from him?
Well, sometimes he's been so banged up that we wonder if he's even going to suit up for the game. But he refuses to ever come out. He just wants to compete and be on the floor for his teammates.
He's not out there just to be a decoy, Steve. He still plays a big role even when his body is failing.
The big story, the return of Ricky Rubio from being injured.
You know what, Kevin? It's quite cool for us to be here for his first game back. And I'll tell you something else. Any fears they had about his injury having ill effects on the team were swept aside pretty quickly when they began to play so well without him.
Here's the Doctor. He's guarded by Williams. The Doctor passes to Love. And Budinger kicks to Zhang. Right against Budinger. Clock at 6. The drive by Love. Plays it up and banks it in.
Well, Blazers coach Terry Stotts is a branch on the tree of head coach George Karl, and that's a pretty good tree to be on. In his playing days, Karl coached Stotts in the CBA, and actually Stotts had a pretty good career in Europe.
And the basket by McCollum.
You know, they've scored several times already here in the first quarter down low. I like that.
Yeah, me too, Clark. I think anytime you have success pounding the ball inside, you got to continue to go to the well.
Passes it to Dang. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. And for Terry Stotts, after his playing days, he coached as an assistant under George Karl, both in the CBA and then with the Sonics and the Bucks.
And over 2 decades of coaching experience, Kevin. This is his 6th season overall as an NBA head coach. Remember, he coached the Hawks as well as the head man, but I thought did a nice job with Portland last season.
Williams with the ball, now guarded by Barea. It's stolen by Barea. Now the pass to the Doctor. Lopez with the steal. And oh, here we go. Lopez has got the fast break chance.
They got right to the rim, but got hammered once he got there by the defense.
That was a nice job taking it strong and forcing his way to the line. Well done.
The Trailblazers shooting their first free throws of the night.
Last season was the best yet for Robin Lopez. Career highs pretty much across the board for Lopez as he stepped into the starting center role for New Orleans. Sometimes it's just a matter of opportunity before a player gains the confidence to be productive in the starting role.
35 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Williams with the ball. What a tremendous game he played against Cleveland. Timberwolves leading by 3. Here's the Doctor. And the Timberwolves take on 2 more. 16 seconds left in the first. Now here's Williams, guarded by Barea. It's Williams with the drive. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. The Trailblazers shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
Well, one of the better free throw shooting teams in the NBA. They're hitting about 80% from the line this year.
Yeah, guys, they can feel very good about themselves when you bring up those statistics. Impressive numbers.
Well, you kind of expect that from him. You pretty much know what the result's going to be when he goes to the line.
And a high-scoring first quarter. Both teams really filling it up. Timberwolves lead by 3. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And off we go. A close game now starting the second quarter. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Timberwolves?
A lot of hard work being put in on the glass. This is a very physical team. They're doing a nice job in the paint.
Yeah, and I think they're doing a good job gang rebounding too, Steve. Everybody's boxing out down there.
Big men, Love and Pekovic. Actor out there with Martin. And it's Brewer in at small forward. So that's the Timberwolves 5. The Minnesota Timberwolves coming to this one after the win against the Boston Celtics.
And I think, Kevin, it really showed how important it is to have a strong bench performance. You go out on the road, you can't rely on your starters night in and night out. The reserves have to contribute and help them out.
I think we definitely saw that, Steve, throughout the game. They were really tied together as a team. Didn't make any difference who was out on the floor. You'll take every road game win you can, and they're happy with that one.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, Doris. Doris, over to you.
Hi, guys. The doctor in their last game against the Celtics got down to business. He finished with 45 points, as he usually does, really knocking down shots from beyond the arc. What a show it was as he put up some really amazing numbers when it was all said and done. Even we marveled at his performance, Kevin.
Thanks, Doris, for revisiting what was an astounding performance, Clark.
It clearly was one of those games that when we look back...
51 seconds left in the first half. Aldridge down low. He's guarded by Love, and the shot is good.
In the first, he had trouble hitting with any consistency. But here in the second, he's turned it around.
Here's the doctor. He's got 6. Buries the long-range jumper. The doctor's got 5 points now in the quarter.
The defenders need to talk to each other. The communication lacking there on that three-pointer.
Aldridge, the pass to Crabbe, and he gets it to go. And the Trailblazers lead by 1.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening, Steve.
Oh, it's off the charts. It really is. And defensively, I mean, they have to start shutting down some of those lanes to the hoop.
And the shot is good. Here is Williams, averaging 12 points a game. He feeds it to Aldridge. With 1 on the clock, and it's Williams laying it in. Williams has got the game tied up here for the Trailblazers. Tie game in Minnesota. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
Thanks, everyone, for being...
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
We welcome you back to a look at the 3rd Avenue Bridge. Looking at Portland, they took a win in their last game against Cleveland. On the court for the Trailblazers, the forwards are Batum and Thomas Robinson. Lillard and Matthews pair up in the backcourt. And it's Aldridge in at the 5 down low.
You know, the Blazers found themselves, guys, near the bottom of the West last season, and typically when that happens, you struggle against the rest of the conference, and that was certainly the case for Portland.
Here's Lillard, rejected by Pekovic.
You know, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, and at least as I look at it.
Got freed up. Nice work off the pick. 15 points for the doctor. Portland did have their problems, as you said, Clark, against the West. A big part of it was late in the season. They were beat up and lost their last 13 games of the year. Steve, mostly those losses coming to Western teams. Well,
that was a big slide for them. You know, they probably made their 18-34 mark in the conference seem probably a little worse than it should have. But look, they were out of the playoffs. They lost their edge, and they were playing a lot of young people. I think this is a team that has a chance to make a big comeback.
Pekovic dishes to Martin. Wallace with it. Robinson picks him up. Pekovic. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Nikola Pekovic, guys, out of Montenegro. A super physical 6'11" big man. I mean, he is a battering ram offensively. He's a terrific offensive rebounder, can score around the rim, doesn't shy away from contact. And when he gets to the line, he knocks him down pretty well for a big guy. This guy, I tell you what, he's going to be one of the best big men in the league in the next few years. I don't think there's any question about it.
Pass to the Doctor. And once again off the mark by Minnesota.
Even though he missed it, he couldn't pass up that chance.
Yeah, that's an easy jump shot. You got to take that one.
And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession. Going back to Pekovic, Clark, offensively, he is a real presence. Defensively, not great, but Steve solid.
Well, he's not explosive. He's physical, but you know he is a good rebounder, and most importantly, he wants to mix it up down there. He's a presence, and I think that's one of the reasons he's become such a good player in this league.
And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot two.
The offense just getting right to the rim, but at least they saved the layup with the foul.
That's old school basketball rules. I mean, at the end of the day, no easy layup. Earn it from the line. Wes Matthews was undrafted out of Marquette back in 2009, but he ended up not only making the team in Utah, but starting as a rookie for the Jazz. He solidified himself as a quality wing in this league, and he's a tough defender who can make the outside shot, and you always know what you're going to get from him at both ends of the floor.
And with that shot, the Timberwolves lead is cut down to 7 on the bucket from Thomas Robinson. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to Doris Burke for an update. Hi, Doris.
Kevin, there's no doubting Damian Lillard is off to a great start in his NBA career and is a great match with LaMarcus Aldridge in the pick-and-roll game. Aldridge, no doubt, happy to have such a ready-made teammate, saying, quote, "The thing that stands out the most is his pace and poise. He has all the tools to be great, and he listens and is trying to grow." Coach Scott summed it up this way: he's legit. Gentlemen.
An intriguing young talent. Thanks. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot two. And Clark, you talked about the toughness for Wes Matthews until last season. You know, Steve, he had never missed a game.
250 straight games to start his career. He's battled through pain to always try to get the job done for his teammates. One of my favorite players in the league. Just a tough, physical player who can knock down threes. Somebody you want on your squad.
His dad played in the NBA for a while.
That's right.
Williams kicks to Robinson, and he bangs it home with one hand. Now, as far as the defense goes, Clark, that is not what's going to keep them in this league.
Yeah, but from the other perspective, you can see just how much that dunk pumped those players up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I agree, guys. I sense a little bit of a momentum shift here.
There's 31 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Here is Watson. He's guarded by Shved. Watson, the pass to Aldridge. Williams for three. Rebound, Minnesota. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Portland.
Well, just to talk about last season, guys, not only did they have trouble with the top teams, they couldn't even beat these guys. I mean, they didn't do it once.
Kevin Love again. And now a 9-point Timberwolves lead from midcourt. The shot is up. And offensively, a great show for the fans through the first. The points coming in bunches as we wrap up the third quarter. It's been a good one. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
Well, tremendous point guard play, but that's nothing new coming from him. This is what you expect. The gorgeous feed there.
Big men, Love and Pekovic. Martin is out there with the doctor. And it's Bellinelli in at the 3 spot. So that's the Timberwolves 5. Lillard attacking. That's good.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but their cutting, their movement together as a unit that's led to that.
The doctor passes to Pekovic, makes it off the glass. Pekovic has got the lead up to 9 now for the Timberwolves.
You know, they've been able to depend on his offense all game long, guys. He's drained a lot of shots out here.
And between now and the horn, Steve, the ball should be in his hands as much as possible if they want to continue to build this lead.
And Damian Lillard with the bucket on the assist from Robinson. And that's 13 points for Lillard. So for the Trailblazers, their last game, a win against the Cavaliers in Cleveland. And there's the feed to Bekovic to the left side wing. Timberwolves passing it around. Good! And the Timberwolves lead by 9.
That was some skill there. Nice use of the bounce pass.
They've been doing a great job of sharing the ball.
Excellent display of team play.
Steve, I know you love great teamwork.
Yeah, so much fun to watch when the ball is moving. There's kind of a rhythm to the game that just happens. The ball moves almost on its own, Kevin. It's fun to watch.
That's a clean look they gave him there, fellas, and he drains those.
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Yes, Kevin. Well, Rick Adelman had some advice for his team over that last break. He was absolutely adamant, saying, don't let them off the hook. Let's keep our foot on the pedal and keep doing the things that have gotten us here this far. We're almost home.
5 to shoot. Here's Love. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Well, for Kevin Love, guys, last season, in my mind, the most trying of his career. I mean, he broke his hand going into the season, came back, and then broke it again. He ended up playing only 18 games for the season and never really found the rhythm at all.
Lillard attacking. Back to Williams. He dishes it to Aldridge. The 10-footer. And again, it's Portland converting. And Kevin Love, known for his great dedication to training in the offseason. He actually broke his hand doing knuckle push-ups. I remember reading the story so clearly with that training staff.
Yeah, he was doing it with the staff at the time. And maybe they take those out of the regimen. No? I mean, come on.
That's right. Wesley Matthews checked in for Williams. On defense, Minnesota. They're leading by 8. The drive by Aldridge. Robinson dishes to Lillard. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Bekovic has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Well, they've got the Lakers ahead of them after this game, and the next game it'll be played in Los Angeles. That'll be the first half of a 2-game trip. And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Terry Stotts as he addressed his team. The ball has to be fed into the low post much more than it has been to this point. That was his message. He said, they're giving us room down low. Let's take advantage of it. The next message he had for them was that they should be attacking the basket on offense. He felt very strongly that the defense they're up against is vulnerable down low. So Coach waiting until the final stages to pull a few tricks out of his sleeve. Kevin, let's see if he's made a wise decision.
All right, Doris. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
I got to find something. You're right. And Batum kicks to Robinson. Into LaMarcus Aldridge. Shot's good. Aldridge has got 10 points here in the second half.
Good job threading that pass into the lane. I like his vision, guys. He sees everything.
Now, Love inside. Aldridge with some nice D. Trailblazers trail by 11. And Damian Lillard with the bucket on the assist by Matthews. Matthews has got assist number 5 here tonight. The Timberwolves have gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Strong work at that end of the floor. Bekovic passes to the Doctor. An easy 2 points on the layup. Doctor's got 8 points in the quarter.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the league.
Lillard dishes to Aldridge. Aldridge left side. Robinson misses. Minnesota leading by 11. And Bekovic kicks to Brewer. The Doctor passes to Bekovic. Love outside. Here's the Doctor. On the wing, Brewer. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. And that one's good. Bekovic.
Well, clearly no question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for the Timberwolves.
They found a great rhythm from long range.
They sure did, Kevin. Every time they left the man open deep, you get a good look at the basket. And they didn't hesitate, and the aggressiveness paid off.
And I think a great job in positioning themselves for the W here. It's win number 21 on the season.
And guys, when you're cracking heads against somebody 4 times over the course of the season, boy, it's a great feeling to snatch that first game. Good adjustments tonight against the Trailblazers.
And you have to look back at this and see what a huge game it's been for the Doctor. He was extremely efficient offensively, getting looks, knocking down big shots all game long.
Robinson playing well. He's got 13 points and a block.
Well, his offense has matched his defense today. He's been excellent on both ends.
Steve, exactly right. You can't say enough about the overall job he's been doing.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Robin Lopez is checked in for Aldridge. Victor Claver comes in for Nicholas Batum. Babs checked in for Wesley Matthews. And Earl Watson is subbed in for Lillard. And Earl Watson picks up the foul. That's his first foul. 19 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. To the middle. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Well, if it wasn't already out of reach, it is now thanks to this spurt.
Just keep on firing, man. No reason to slow down now.
Pass to Crab. 16 feet away. And so it's the Timberwolves taking care of business here. You know, Clark, every team has a bad night. These guys might want to watch the tape of this game the next time they have a bad night to remind themselves how dominant they can be.
Well, this is one of those dreamlike games for a coach.
Thank you for joining us for this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. For Clark, Stephen Doris, and the rest of the crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Last but not least, here is your Jordan Player of the Game, the Doctor.